Retweet is one of the most used tools on Twitter and is a great way to pass time on interesting tweets that you have read with your followers. Twitter offers two ways of retweeting, manual and automatic, each with their own set of pros and cons. This is a short method to show how can one retweet. First method is automatic retweeting. Know when you are using the retweeting. Automatic retweeting basically involves clicking the retweet button Twitter provides. This will immediately share the tweets with your followers without giving you an option to add a comment. It is good option if you want to retweet something in a hurry and if you have nothing to add. However, your cursor over the tweet you want to retweet, you should see a retweet link in the lower right hand corner between the reply and the favorite button. Click on the retweet option. After clicking on the retweet option, a pop-up window will display the highlighted tweets asking you to confirm the retweet. Click the retweet button on the bottom right corner. Understand that the followers will now be shared with all of your followers. The tweet will automatically show up on your followers feed and on your own account as a retweet. Original Twitter's name will appear at the top of the tweet, while yours will appear at the bottom besides the retweet symbol. The second method is the manual method. Manual retweeting is also known as a classic retweeting and is when you copy and paste a retweet into the text box and tweet it from your own account. It is generally thought of as a better way to retweet as it allows you to add your own questions, comments to the tweet. With this option, there is always a better chance that the original Twitter will notice your retweet. With the classic Twitter web interface, you will need to manually copy and paste the text you wish to retweet. However, when you use the classic classic Twitter on the iPhone or get the classic retweet extension from the Chrome or Firefox, this will automatically copy the text while still giving you an option to edit it before posting. Beware that the manually retweeting content without adding comment is viewed as poor retweet. When we have to start a new retweet, it also is possible to simply write a word retweet, but it is not very efficient, especially when you have limited number of 280 characters. When we write at the rate, the username of a person you are retweeting appears. This step is necessary to give credit to the original tweeter and to make sure that retweet appears to their feed. We have a copy the followers option. If the text is too long, then you can abbreviate it by changing and to the and symbol and to the numerical 2. However, be wary of making any changes that alter the meaning of the retweet or by omitting the important details. Add your own comments. As long as the whole tweet stays under 280 characters, you can add your own comments and questions before you post. Usually people will write their own comments before the RT at the start of the tweet, but it is also possible to include the comment after the copied content. Your own comment doesn't need to be long and very deep. It can be something as simple as love this, must read, etc. As long as your comment is saying something positive, your retweet can be seen as a compliment to the original Twitter and may even get you a reply. Click on the tweet button in the bottom right corner. Post the tweet as normal and it will show up to your followers feed as it is for the feed of the original tweeter. This is an example of retweeting. For example, Jane writes a tweet and the tweet immediately goes to Jane's followers. When somebody from Jane's followers, let's say John Smith, retweets the tweet which is made earlier by Jane, then it would go on to his followers. This will form a vicious network in itself. Now this is a diagram. This is a decision model of retweeting. For example, let's say a situation in which we are following a particular person. There are two options: either if we notice or we do not notice his tweet. If we do not notice his tweet, then the retweet would not occur. But if we notice his tweet, then it depends on the percentage of attention that we have on that person's tweet, depending on if we want to share or not. If we do not want to share, then again it would be a no retweet. And if we want to share, then it would finally depend on the percentage of motivation that we require for retweeting. This is a classic example of retweeting per followers. We can see that the top scores between 0.0002 to 0.00025, and the suggested, which is much less than the top, which means that the top retweets are much more followed than much more retweeted than the suggested ones. The whole funnel diagram given over here shows how visitors from retweets get leads and be converted into customers. The tools which are used are blogging, social media analytics. The converts are offers, landing pages, emails, analytics, etc. This is a HubSpot that puts the pieces together. First we get found, then we convert, and then we analyze. The timing is everything in retweeting. It depends on what part of the day do you retweet, which actually finds out how many people would be reading a retweet. So as it is shown that the retweets are much more viewed when they are between the time period of 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. and much less when they are in the time period of 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. And the original tweets are kind of stagnant, so the retweet does not have a correlation with the normal tweet when it comes to timings. Retweet is equal to link sharing. Whenever you put a link in your retweet, it is better, because the retweets that have a link are much more viewed than the retweets that do not have a link. Distribution of retweets per followers, as it is seen, the distribution is quite skewed, and the RTPF of 0.0001 to 0.01741 is higher than the usual ones. These are suggested tables for less retweets. Thank you.